Hola clase, so tonight you are going to finish the sheet that we had started in class. We already did the tengo una pregunta, so we're just going to continue on from there. As we talked about today in class, it's really important that you do this at home, and that way you are ready to go for the next day of class when we do our activities. So just bring the sheet fully filled out, and we will be good to go tomorrow. We already know that tengo una pregunta means I have a question. Como se dice means how do you say blank? So for instance, if I want to know how to say school, I would say, ¿Cómo se dice school? So as you can probably tell, that's a pretty useful question to be able to ask. How do you say blah, blah, blah? ¿Cómo se dice book? ¿Cómo se dice teacher? And so on. ¿Cómo se escribe means how do you spell blank? Por ejemplo, how do you spell señorita? ¿Cómo se escribe señorita? No entiendo. This one you may say a few times when I start speaking Spanish. Means I don't understand. If I start speaking too quickly or I use words that you're not familiar with, that's when you would say, ay, señorita, no entiendo. ¿Puede repetir, por favor? Means, I'm going to write it right down here so you can have more room. Or I can have more room. Can you repeat? Por favor, please. Más despacio, por favor. This is also quite useful because that means slower, please. Gracias. Hopefully you know this one. Thank you. And let's put your polite pants on and say, you're welcome. De nada. You're welcome. Okay, now we're going to practice asking and saying all of these. We're going to scroll down in a minute. I know we have a little bit more, but it's just a little bit easier for me if we do it this way. Tengo una pregunta. Repítanmelo, meaning repeat after I say it. Tengo una pregunta. Repítanmelo. ¿Cómo se dice? Repítanmelo. ¿Cómo se escribe? No entiendo. ¿Puede repetir, por favor? Más despacio, por favor. Gracias. De nada. Okay, let's move down. Oops. Oh, shoot, it got cut off. Okay, well, perdón means excuse me. And finally, ¿puedo ir al baño? Means, can I use the bathroom? But we'll be polite and say restroom. Okay, when you say, can I go to the restroom in English from now on, I will give you a firm but still sweet, no, you know how to say that in Spanish. So from now on, you cannot ask me, can I go to the bathroom? You have to ask it in Espanol. So let's practice saying these two last phrases. Perdón and ¿Puedo ir al baño? Remember, clase, you can stop and start this video. You're just on YouTube. So you can stop and start this video if you need to hear something repeated again. Okay, now we're gonna move on to things that you may hear me say, like levanten la mano. Levanten la mano means raise your hand. Raise your hand. I think you've already heard me say that quite a few times. Levanten la mano, raise your hand. Escuchen, listen. Escríbanlo, write it. Léanlo, read it. Atención, attention. Sorry. Silencio. Silence. Hopefully you're not a bad class that I have to scream that at you all the time. But if you do, you know what I'm yelling at you at least. Miren la pizarra. Look at the board. Miren la pizarra. Saquen una hoja de papel. Take out a piece of paper. Saquen la tarea. I think by now we know that tarea means homework. So that means take out your homework. Pretty much say that every day at the beginning of class. Take out your homework. Levántense. Stand up. Siéntense. Sit down. Let's say I was going too quickly right now and we're in actual class and you could say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you slow down, please? How would you say that? Go ahead and look and say it out loud. If you just said, más despacio, por favor, then hey, you're my favorite. Muy bien. We are now at siéntense, which was sit down, so let's do repítanmelo. Repeat it to me. Abran los libros en la página means open your books to page. Open your books to page blah, blah, blah. And cierren los libros. What do you think that one means? Close your books. So now we are going to practice saying them out loud. So again, I will say the English or the Spanish, I will say it first and then you will repeat it after me. If you had a hard time saying that one and need to repeat, just stop the video, pause it, and just rewind back to that part that you needed. Okay. Levanten la mano. Escuchen. Escríbanlo. Léanlo. Atención. Silencio. Miren la pizarra. Saquen una hoja de papel. Saquen la tarea. Levántense. Siéntense. Repítanmelo. Abran los libros en la página. Cierren los libros.